Hello, I'm Peaceful Nik the Medium, and thank you for joining my live. Today I will be joined by Medium Kathi Behrens. We are going to be doing free live readings and giving mediumship information to help spread the word about mediumship and how healing it is. So please join me while we do some free readings. Just to get some information out there. Hello, as people are joining. Hello. I teach classes. I have a new beginners class starting in November. November 18th is my new beginners class. My intermediate is in October, and November 11th is my new advanced class. And those are all 6-month mediumship mentorships. And I also have a freebie guide to finding your spirit guide. If you click on my website, it says get your free spirit guide here, something, it's a little button you press. It'll be emailed directly to you with a link to a video on how to find your spirit guide. I also have a 50% off coupon. Yes, 50% off coupon for any reading that's booked by September 30th for any date in September or in the future. The coupon code is fall, all caps, 50, fall 50, and you can use that. You can use that until the end of September for any future date. Hi, Beck. I also have a YouTube channel, which I'm trying to grow. I have free content there. I upload all my lives there. I do videos about learning mediumship and a bunch of other cool stuff on there. Well, it's cool to me. I don't know if everybody will think it's cool. I think it's cool. I have gift cards. The holidays are quickly approaching. You can buy your loved one a gift card on my website at any dollar amount. I think it goes up to $200 or something. So you don't have to give them a full gift card. You can give them a partial gift card. And Kathy is here and she'll pop on in just a sec. And we will greet her when she arrives. I do private readings as well. Usually on the weekends, but if it's like a bank holiday or national holiday, I usually schedule readings for those days because I do work full time. On November 4th, Kathy and I are doing hi Kimberly, hi Holly, hi pretty lady. Kathy and Wendy D'Angelo and myself are doing a breakout room Zoom, very limited number of people. We only have a few tickets left for that. It's 3 mediums, 2 guaranteed readings, and 1 great price. It's only $50. That is on November 4th from 2 to 4 p.m. You can book on my website. My link's in the bio, or Kathy's website. Everybody, please follow Kathy. She's trying to get to 1,000 followers so she can go live and show her face, because right now it's just a little square pretty picture of her. And we want to see her face when she does readings. Can you hear me, Kathy?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Awesome. So welcome, everybody. Kathy, I will make you the big picture. And if you want to give your little intro, go for it.
You really don't have to. Well, hi, everybody. My name is Kathi Behrens. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a certified Evidential Medium and Animal Communicator. How I know Peaceful Nik is we took classes together and we worked together a lot. She's a wonderful, amazing medium, so I'm so happy that we can collaborate together again today. And thank you so much for helping me try to get to that 1,000 mark. It seems like it would be easy, but it really isn't. Like, I'll make progress and I'll get to like almost 600, and then all of a sudden the next day I'm like down to like barely 500. So it's like, I don't know.
It's a TikTok thing. I don't know what it is, but it's happening to all positive creators right now. It seems like if you are putting out negative stuff, you get all kinds of, or gossipy stuff or news, politics stuff, you get people, but anybody like us that's being positive,
they don't want to hear it. Yeah. So I'm on here today to, answer some mediumship questions. Of course, I'll do some free mini reads. I do want to say that right now I am totally booked through November. I just checked my schedule, and I'm not going to be opening anything new up in December or January, just right now, because I'm not sure where we're going to be. So for those of you that don't know, I live on a sailing catamaran, and after hurricane season, we are taking off south. So I'm not sure where we're going to be in December and January, but on Thursday, October 12th, I will be opening up my schedule to give mini readings for $35. I haven't opened it up yet because I wanted to announce it here. So Thursday, October 12th, I'm opening up my schedule from 11 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to book private one-on-one mini readings. You'll also get a recording of your reading as well. And I just did this last Thursday, and it was phenomenal. So these are mini readings, they're 10-15 minutes, and the amount of information that comes through and the amount of validation that comes through is amazing. So if anybody is on here that received one of those readings and you want to give a little, testimony to that, please do so. I already have a couple people on my Facebook page that have, posted reviews, because it was just, you hear like 10 minutes or you hear 15 minutes and you're like, oh, that's not enough time, but it really is, because your loved ones in spirit know what you need to hear, and they'll give it to you. So look out for that. I'll be announcing that on when I actually open up the schedule and make it available. I'll announce that on my Facebook page. Messages from Spirit with Kathi Behrens. So that's Thursday, October 12th from 11 to 6. I'm opening up my schedule for mini readings. And people here know too, when you see us do these mini readings, all the validation that comes through here, even for free readings. So so that's pretty much what I've got going on.
Wonderful. Thank you. And I am so happy to collaborate with you as well. And I forgot to mention, because I forgot what month it was, that on October 21st, we're doing a Facebook Live as well with Kathy, myself, and Wendy D'Angelo with free mini readings. And that's through Kathy's Messages from Spirit Facebook page. So mark your calendars for that as well. Okay, so Q&A is open if you all would like to ask us any questions. We'll get a couple of questions out of the way, and then we'll start doing readings. People ask me a lot how to find your spirit guide, and there are certain techniques, and it's a little different for everyone. First, you need to be able to get your mind in a settled place. You need to be in a quiet place, free of distraction and focus. And then, I have videos on YouTube and on all my different social medias about how to find your spirit guide, but I can also send you a free how to find your spirit guide little PDF that comes straight to your mailbox if you want to go on my website and just click the button and it'll send it right to you. So that's a nice little treat, and it has a link to a video to guide you through that. Any common questions you get, Kathy?
Well, one thing I always get, because I am also an animal communicator, is, do our animals go to the spirit world, and are our animals reunited with us or reunited with our loved ones? Are they alone? Who's taking care of them? So I get a lot of questions about that. So I always like to reassure people that, yes, our animals come through in mediumship readings. Animal communicators are some of the best communicators I've ever worked with. The information that they bring through and validate is awesome. I just did a reading for a lady who lost her dog, or who had to put her dog down, and her dog was like, talk about my paw prints, my paw prints, my paw prints. And she just had a painting made of her dog's paw prints. So validation that you get from animals in spirit. Yes, they go to the spirit world. Yes, they're with our loved ones. I just did a reading yesterday where a woman came through for her friend or her sister. I think it was her sister-in-law, and her sister-in-law showed that she was with her sister-in-law's dog on the other side. So I always like to give people that comfort in knowing that, yes, your animals are in the spirit world and they are with loved ones. And so, yeah, so don't ever, there's no need to ever question that.
Yes, so true. And you are a wonderful animal communicator. I've seen you do many readings for animals and spirit, and you always give good healing messages, and it's just wonderful to watch. Any questions from our audience? Let's get some questions. Were you going to say something?
I just wanted to say hi to Justice. I saw they put hi, so I just wanted to say hi. Acknowledge that. Hi, Anna.
Hi, everyone who's here. I get a lot of questions about dreams and our dreams visits. I always like to say that dreams are, if a dream is sequential in order, if it makes sense, if it's like a scene that you're, talking to somebody, hanging out with somebody, something's happening that makes sense, that's a visit, if you feel their presence strongly. If it's just a mess, like some dreams are just a bunch of random things, it's probably not a visit. I can't guarantee either one is or is not, but that's just kind of how I interpret visitations and dreams. So I get a lot of questions about that as well. So,
also, I like to say, if I could add to that,
yeah.
I just also, visitations always leave you feeling good. Like you wake up feeling like, oh my God, I just saw my loved one. Like it's not a feeling of being scared or upset. And usually there's no talking. It's just like a telepathy. Sometimes there's even a hug. So that's awesome. That's how I like to describe those visitations too. They leave you feeling really good.
Yeah, I agree. And it can linger for a long time during the day as well. Pretty Lady wants to know, if mediums can't connect to their own loved ones, do you just feel stronger connected to them? I can connect to my loved ones. Can you? You can too, Kathy, can't you?
I can, but I like to use mediums too. I mean, it might sound weird that a medium likes to use mediums, but because I don't know if I'm just getting, I want to see if I can get other information. So, yes, I can connect to my loved ones, but I like to use mediums as well. And a lot of times they come through, especially when we're practicing and stuff. I know that Wendy always connects to my cousin, which I love.
And you always connect to my uncle.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. I agree completely. Even though I can feel the presence of my loved ones and I can hear them tell me things, if I want to connect with one, I always want to talk to a medium because, just like you said, I want to get other information. I want to get validation that it's not just me in my head missing that person.
Yeah.
It's actually them communicating with me. So I agree with that. And I also, and I don't, I think we've talked about this before. I don't like to give people who I know very well, like family members or friends I've known for a long time. I don't like to give them readings if I know them very well because I feel a lot of pressure. Now, if I know you and you're an acquaintance or, a loved one of someone else I know, but I don't have this big, strong, long relationship with you, that's a different story. It's just people like, I don't want to give a reading to my sister because I feel weird that she's going to think I'm crazy. And I'm just making stuff up because I already know so much. So there's, that's how I feel about, giving readings to someone I've known for, 30 years or more.
I just want to say hi to Natasha. She is the one that asked that question.
Oh, I see. I see.
And I know she's a follower of mine on Facebook. So I just wanted to say thank you for following. I appreciate that. And that was a great question.
Very good question. Anna Fragelstein wants to know what if you ask a loved one to visit you and they don't? I think she means, what does that mean? What do you think that means?
I don't, if you're asking about a dream, maybe if you ask them to visit you in a dream and they don't come, I would just say give it some time. There's things too that you can do to help yourself. I like to say, when you go to sleep at night, think about a wonderful, happy memory as you're laying there, as you're closing your eyes. Visualize this memory. Think about how you felt, where you were, all the details. How did it smell? I mean, if you just visualize and picture this scene as you're falling asleep, and you ask your loved one to come in your dreams and maybe recreate that scene, or just give you a sign that they're seeing the same thing. I believe that really helps. That's what I do. Whenever I need clarity on something or want to find answers about something, I will think about, as I'm falling asleep, I'll think about it, I'll visualize it, and then, it's kind of either manifesting it to happen or just somehow spirit makes it work. So there's some things that you can do for yourself, but I would say just be patient. Be patient and try that technique that I just said.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other, just like you said, meditation, quieting your mind, practice, right. All of that is good. Dawn wants to know, how do you feel about crystals? Well, for me, I have a best friend who's a crystal maniac and wears them in her bra and the whole thing. Yeah, I have some crystals that my son and daughter-in-law gave me for Christmas sitting here on my desk. I mean, as a scientist, I know a lot about crystalline structure on the inside at the molecular level. And I do know that as a scientist, that everything, every molecule, every atom, every element carries a certain resonance and frequency and energy. And so, I think if it was scientifically studied and taken seriously, we would probably find out more information about how certain types of crystals are healing. Now, some of it may just be hokum. It may be. I don't really know a lot about that part of it. I'm just speaking scientifically that there's probably some merit to the healing properties. What those are exactly would have to be studied. And I really wish it would be studied. There needs to be a lot more science done on things that seem to have traditionally for hundreds or thousands of years had healing properties, and scientists are so close-minded that they say, oh, that's a bunch of BS. But honestly, it doesn't necessarily mean it's BS. It's just the scientists don't want to study it because they don't want to be made fools of. So I think it needs to be studied, and I think there's definitely merit to that they could have healing properties. What those are exactly, I'm not sure about. And Sherry's Shih Tzus has a question about signs. What do you think about signs, Kathy? How do you know if the signs are real?
So I believe that if you are thinking about, if you see something and something happens and you immediately think, was that a sign? Yes, that was a sign. Because your loved one just dropped that into your awareness and made you think, was that a sign? Now, we, as humans and our ego and our minds, we automatically think, oh, we're just making that up. That's not it. But honestly, if you are questioning it, there's a reason why you're questioning it, right? I personally don't believe in coincidence. I believe that happened. Like, for instance, we were packing, and I'm going to post this on my Facebook page, but I'm going to say it here. A couple of years ago, we were packing for a trip, and we were driving across country from Vegas to Wisconsin for it was my niece's baby shower. And we were packing, we were leaving early in the morning, and I just said to my loved ones in spirit and my guides, I said, please just, keep us protected. This is going to be a long trip, and I just want to make sure everything goes okay. And literally I looked in the sky and there was a big heart-shaped cloud.
Oh, wow.
So you can't dismiss those things.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't just a coincidence. My spirit guides or my loved ones in spirit said, hey, look up. And at that moment, I saw that big heart. And of course, I ran and got my phone and took a picture.
Of course, as you have to, right?
Yeah. So I'll be posting that photo on my Facebook page. I scheduled my post for the week. So I think that'll be on Tuesday if you want to see the photo.
I will definitely look at that. I also believe in signs, and actually I believed in signs before I became a medium, just because I had so many signs happen to me for so many years. And even though, as somebody who studied science for so long, I still was on the fringe of the woo-woo, because my mom was a big paranormal advocate of, she always was reading paranormal books all the time. So I kind of was riding that line of both worlds anyway. And so I know I've told the story many times, but I used to think spirit guides were BS when I first became a medium, started training with our teacher. And I was like, okay, I'll do the exercise. So I tested my guide, and boy, did my guide show me that the sign was real. And it had to do with snow globes. It was the middle of spring, so there should have been no snow globes anywhere. And I kept seeing them within 24, 48 hours. They kept coming up. And then people started buying me snow globes. And they didn't know the story. I never received a snow globe for a gift in my life. So yes, that's a sign that my spirit guide's always laughing at me, saying, stop being so close-minded.
Believe, right?
I'm really. There's another question. This is a good question. Are spirit guides always 100% accurate? For me, yes. Just yes, 100%. What do you say, Kathy?
For me, my guides have always been, I guess, accurate and shown me the right way. But I don't know if I can say that 100% for everybody or everything. And just because that's just how I am. I could never say anything is 100%. I guess. I don't know.
I understand exactly what you mean. And when I say for me 100%, what I mean is if my guide is showing me something or helping me with something and I'm resistant to it, mm-hmm. I feel like for me, it's my human ego that's being resistant and my free will making a different choice. The guide, I don't think, is going to try to steer me in the wrong direction or give me the wrong information. I think it's me that's the problem. That's that's
I agree. That's a good point. Yeah.
Because, we get in our head. People, humans. Are you able, where'd it go? Are you able to tell if someone else is a medium of some sort? If I'm talking to them and, they talk about their intuition and all the coincidences that happen and how they know things before they happen, that's kind of a big clue. What about you, Kathy?
Sometimes that comes through in readings. I do a lot of soul spirit readings where I connect to your loved ones in spirit, and especially if you're looking for specific guidance. And a lot of times that'll come through in one of those readings where their loved ones are like, yes, you need to do this. You need to pursue this. I do believe, though, that we all, possess this ability. And it's just whether or not we want to tap into it and, dedicate our lives, because it is like a lifestyle, not just something that you say, oh, hey, I'm going to do this.
Right. Exactly. You have to really commit. if you want to practice regularly. It's not, like taking up crochet. It's, you have to practice it. Okay, so if you do want to learn to be a medium, I have a new class starting in November. You can book it on my website, Peaceful Nik, NIK, You can email me with any questions. I'll send you all the introductory information about the class if you're interested but not sure yet. So most people have the ability. They just, either resist it or haven't tapped into it or are not sure what it is. Sherry wants to learn to grow her abilities, just afraid to commit. Yeah, it takes commitment. Yeah. How do you really know that you're connected with a loved one guide and not a trickster? This is a great question for a segue into doing readings. So, Kathy, how do you want the readings? You want first names, or how do you want them?
Yes, if you could just, for me, for readings, I'd love if you would just put the first name of the person you'd like to connect with in the chat. That's it. I don't want any other information. Don't put personal information, just the first name of the loved one you'd like to connect with. That's all I need.
And the other thing about putting the first name only and no other information is scammers come on these lives and they sit there and watch and they see your personal information and then they send you a private message disguised as one of us or another medium. And then you get tricked into giving them money and then you never get a reading. So that is, important. So Pretty Lady wants to know about how do you know if you're connected to a loved one or a trickster? First of all, when you're connected with your guide because we practice connecting with our guide regularly and we feel the energy of our guide and we can feel the energy of the other people we're connecting with, and they're very different. And if you're doing a reading, like I did a bunch of readings yesterday, 2 different men came through for this woman in the same reading, and their energy was extremely different. We practice doing a lot of readings, and that's how we get to know. It's like getting to know your kids. If you have 5 kids, they all are a little different. Their energy feels a little different. Their personalities are different. It's like that. As far as a trickster, I don't really know what a trickster would be. I've never experienced any negative spirit. It seems like it would be something negative. Personally, for me, I've never experienced a negative spirit in any reading. So that's how I feel about that. What do you think, Kathy? And then we'll start the readings.
No, that you explained it perfectly. Yeah.
Awesome.
I've never experienced any sort of negativity in my readings or with my spirit guides, so I don't feel somebody would be, or there would be a spirit trying to trick me into thinking anything. I'm not saying that can't happen because I don't know everything 100%, but just for me, I've never experienced anything like that.
Okay, awesome. Do you want to go first? I have to go clear my throat. I've had horrible allergies today. So if you want to take the first one, and I will walk out of the room for a couple of minutes.
Sure. And Glenda, yes, if you have several people you wish to connect with, you can give different names. I just ask that you give the first name only of the person you'd like to connect with. These are, and I just kind of scroll through, and wherever spirit is where I go. And sometimes, I think like last time when we did this, spirit just gave me a name. So I just went with that too. So, if everybody wants to put their, and like Cindy said, I know you said your mom, but if you could just give the first name, you don't have to give the relationship. That would be great. Just give the first name of the person you'd like to connect with. Just give everybody a second to do that. And then where did that go? I'm just kind of scrolling through and seeing where. Okay, Ellie says Virginia. So Ellie, just give me 1 second, and I want to connect. I just felt drawn to that name. So if you could see me now, what I do is when I give readings, I always look to my left. So I'm looking to my left. I always have a pad of paper, and I just kind of scribble. It helps to kind of ground me and takes my ego out of the reading. So what I'm doing right now is just kind of connecting. So as I'm connecting to this female in spirit, Virginia, she makes me feel that she was quite frail towards the end of her life, her physical life. She does make me feel like she became very frail. Do you understand that with Virginia? Because she's just showing me like a deterioration. I'm sorry, I forgot who. I know I'm reading Virginia, but I forgot who. Ellie. You understand that, Ellie? Okay. Because she comes through and she has this big energy and this big spunk, and she does make me feel that, you know, for somebody so little, she had a lot of energy and a lot to say. So you understand that too with Virginia, Ellie? She just has this big personality. Okay. She also wants me. Oh, okay.
Okay, hold comments, please, while Kathi reads.
Okay, you understand that very much. Okay. She does make me feel that she would be very protective over you, which is always my sign for either a parent or grandparent. Now, she does make me feel more grandparent, but like a parent. So I know that I know that probably sounds confusing, but you spent a lot of time with her, and she was very, oh, your mom. Okay. Thank you. So, okay, wonderful. Because you spent a lot of time with her. So, because she is making me feel like you were always with her. So she took you everywhere is what she's making me feel. So you understand, like, going everywhere with mom, tagging along with mom, like even going to work. She just makes me feel like you were together all the time, especially when you were growing up, like it was you and mom. So do you understand that with Virginia, Ellie? Always being together. Because she does make me feel it was always the two of you together. She wants to say you got her until I was 6. You got her feisty personality from her. She wants to acknowledge that and say she loves that. She loves that you don't take, and I'm going to say it, I'm sorry to swear, she says, I love that my daughter does not take shit. So you understand why she'd be saying that to you, Ellie? Okay. So true. Okay. So what I'm asking, I like to ask for a message. I always like to ask Spirit what message they have for you and what signs they're sending. Well, right away, she wants you to know that, okay. She's talking about sunflowers or flower, and I'm seeing sunflowers or the sun. So there's so signs with her are very significant with either sunflowers or like the sunshine. So, okay. Or you have a picture that's like a sun, because sunflower, sunshine is what she's making me feel is what signs for you. Okay. Let me know if you understand that. Also, and this kind of goes with her message, is like, oh, I understand. She says, you can't, I get it. Okay. You have to have the dark to see the light. So she's just saying the name she gave me. So she call you sunshine or something. But she's just saying you can't can't get to the light without going through darkness. So she's just wanting to kind of give you some encouragement right now, because she does make me feel like there's some things going on in your life that you need to get over, and just to look to the sunshine. Oh, Ellie means light. Okay. I don't know if that's what I was getting. I was getting more of the sunflower in the sunshine. But if that makes sense to you, please take that. And also please think about the sunflower. Okay, and yes, things at work. So she's just wanting to know, she's sending you encouragement and just to look to the sun, because there will be light. There will be light. Okay, Ellie, thank you so much for allowing me to connect. It's always an honor and privilege to do so. So thank you for sharing your mom, Virginia, with us today. Thank you.
Beautiful reading, Kathy. Beautiful. Sherry's Shih Tzus. I hope I'm saying that right. I think I have someone here for you. This may be Edwin or one of the other names that you put in the chat. So I have a larger man who was thickly bearded and worked hard and liked to do things with his hands. I was drawn to the name Edwin, but it may be one of the other names. So if that works for you, please let me know, Sherry. Yes. Is it Edwin? I just want to make sure I have the right name attached. Yes. Oh, perfect. Wonderful. Okay, because I'm going to cry, and I'm not supposed to cry. But I had a dream. This person is similar to a person I knew many, many, many years ago, and was in my dream last night, and I have not been able to shake it all day long. So it's so meant for you to be on here. And I told Spirit, I'm like, I know this is somebody for today. I just know it is. So just thank you for being here and saying that, because they linger sometimes. All right. So, and now he's mentioning beer. And I can see like his hat, like, I don't know if it's like a baseball hat or a work hat, some kind of hat. Do you understand that, Sherry? He worked. It's like he went to work and then he liked to come home and have a beer or a drink of some kind. Yes. Oh, this is actually James. Okay. 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 All right. And the hat, you understand? Because he keeps going like this, like, I don't know, when he put it on a certain way. Okay, perfect, wonderful. Because I almost feel like I can, I don't get a lot of clear smelling, but I feel like I can almost smell whatever he was working with on his hands, and it was like hard to wash it off. And I can almost smell the work stuff on him. And I don't know, I just feel like he was hardworking and lovable. I just get this feeling of love. And now I have pressure in my chest, and I don't know if that's like he's given me a bear hug or if his passing had to do with the chest. I feel it more on one side than the other. Could you validate whether or not his passing was from the chest? Okay, so yes, this is James. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Because I don't know, because I see him hugging, but then I also have a chest pain, so I'm not sure if this is, because sometimes, when you get hugged so hard, it kind of hurts. Or if this was his. I'm just waiting for the comments to load. This person seems very loving and huggable. Death certificate said heart attack. Okay, thank you. Okay, so know that this is James coming through. I just want to make sure I correct the name on my scribbling paper. Know that this is James coming through and letting you know he's around you, that he just keeps talking about how loving he was. And I don't know if people thought he was different than he appeared. Like he looked one way, but he was really another way. Like, I don't know if he appeared scary because he was furry, had a beard and people were scared of him, but he was really very loving. But he's talking about that. He wants to reiterate he was very loving. And he keeps showing me mechanical things. Do you understand the working with the hands and the mechanical things? Because he keeps showing me I don't know if it's oil. Okay, oil on his hand. Okay, because I see it. I can see it. Okay, I'm so glad, Sherry, that this was for you, and because this person has been with me all day long. And I appreciate you allowing me to connect with James. He is very loving and wonderful. Yes, acted like a hard ass, but was a good man. Okay, yeah, because that's the feeling I got. Know that he's around, and I almost feel like you or someone in the family has like a little mechanical trinket that was his or in his honor. I don't know. He showed me, and I couldn't tell you what it is. Something from a vehicle or a car or motorcycle or something, just like a little trinket in his honor. And that's just his way of showing. All of these pieces of evidence are his way of showing he's still around, and he's watching over the friends and family, and he's there. So if you want to speak to him, you can tell him anything you would like. A Harley Davidson knife he carried every day. We have it. Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sherry. You have relieved me of my friend that's been with me all day long. And he's a sweetheart, and I'm happy to have connected. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was awesome, Nik.
Thank you. Cool. Thank you.
Very cool. Okay, so if everybody, I know you already did this, but so I don't have to scroll back. Can everybody just put the first name of the person they would like to connect with in the chat, and we'll see where spirit leads me. If you could just put the first name of the person you'd like to connect with in the chat. Just give me a minute. I'm just kind of scrolling through, and where spirit leads me, that's where I will go. Okay, Gabby says Salvador. Gabby for Salvador. Gabby.
Everyone hold comments while Kathy.
So it's so hi Gabby. So it's I feel like almost the same kind of personality as I had with the first spirit. Like, I just feel like he was very loud, outspoken, like he just had this really outgoing, like gregarious personality. So do you understand this with Salvador, Gabby? Because as I'm feeling into his energy, he just feels so like exuberant, I guess is the word I would use for him. You do understand. Okay, thank you. And I wish you could see me right now, because he's showing like holding his hand, you know, like when you like kiss your fingers and you're like, you say something is good, you know, it's almost like a gesture of like, mwah, you know, like, I wish you could see I'm like making, do you understand what I'm saying, Nicole? Like, you know, you put your fingers together and you like kiss your fingers and you're like,
chef's
mwah.
Kiss. Chef's kiss.
Yeah, it's like a chef's kiss. So you understand that, Gabby? I just see him like doing this, okay? And he's wanting me to talk about his love of wine. He's showing me wine and loving wine. So and food and being with family. So do you understand this with him loving food and family and wine? Oh, red wine. I just keep hearing red wine, red wine. Do you understand that, Gabby, with the food and the red wine? Okay. He was definitely a foodie, and we always had dinners as a family. Okay, thank you. But he really is talking about wine. Oh, yes. Okay, and wine. Yeah, because he was like, made it a point to make sure I said and the wine, you know. Okay. So I know you said Poppy, so I don't want to even, but I do want to say you are the baby. He just makes me feel like you are the baby, and he wants me to like hold you and hug you tight. And so do you understand why he would want to be like, you're my baby, you're my baby? Just let me know if you understand why he would be calling you that. Like, oh, there's just so much love there, and he's like wrapping his arms around you like, my baby. Bambino, my little one. Just keep saying that. You understand that, Gabby? And he's him and I were the youngest. Okay. And he's also wanting me to say, he's very like blunt, like, right? He kind of just tells it like it is, and he's just wanting to say, I'm okay. I'm okay. He also makes me feel like he's with a female, which would be either a wife. Do you understand why he would be saying he's with his wife? Wife? Okay. I don't know. He just makes me feel like he's with this female. I don't know why I felt wife, because it feels like a female that would be like the same age, or the same. Yeah. So he does make me feel like you need to know that he is with another female that feels like around the same age. Does that make more sense when I go back to him? You're not sure. Okay. Okay. So do you understand why he'd be like, listen? He's very upfront and very like, listen, you need to know that I'm fine. I'm okay. Stop worrying. Because he just makes me feel you keep going to him like, are you okay? Where are you? Please tell me. Give me a sign that you're okay. He's just needing you to, he's like, and she never listens to me. So he's like, do you understand why he's like, I'm okay? I give you signs, but I need you to listen. Okay. So he's just wanting you to listen and pay attention. Okay. He does want me to talk about red roses, which is interesting. I got flowers before, so he's just making me feel that red roses are a sign from him that you need to pay attention to. So if you don't understand that now, please hang on to that in the future. But I do feel like you understand the red roses. Let me know, Gabby, if you understand why he'd be talking about the red roses. Not sure at the moment. Okay, please hang on to that because he is very adamant about these red roses. So pay attention when you see a red rose or how those appear to you, because he does make me feel like this is how he would be giving you a sign. And he just brought this to my attention. Do you have a tattoo of a rose, or does somebody have a tattoo of a rose? Because he wanted me to say tattoo. So either somebody has one or is thinking about one. If you don't understand, please hang on to that. So when I want to ask him for a message for you today, Gabby. So right away, I'm not sure. Maybe someone in the family. I will have to check. And you know what? That's perfect, because sometimes the best evidence comes when you have to validate it with somebody else. But he does want to say, oh, hold on, I lost it for a second. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay. So I want to just let you know it's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. This is what he's telling me. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. But listen, that's I want you to live. I want you to be happy, because your happiness makes me happy. So he's just really encouraging you to, and I'm sorry for being so blunt, but he's like, I need her to get happy. I need her to get happy again. Happy, happy, happy. I need her to smile. I don't know if you had dimples or he had dimples, because he's showing me a smile with big dimples. And it's like, this is what he wants to see. So I want to go ahead and leave you with all of his love, Gabby. And thank you for letting me work with you. I hope you understand why he'd be telling you to live and be happy. And those dimples, okay? You're welcome. Thank you, Gabby.
Beautiful, wonderful, great reading, Kathy. I would like to know if Glenda is still here, because I think I have Lyle. Oh, Glenda, I see you right there. Hi, Glenda. So, I have Lyle. Don't laugh, okay? But the first thing he said was he's sweaty. And I'm not sure if this has something to do with like he was sweaty all the time or something with prior to his passing. The first thing he told me was he was sweaty. Before I go on to the other things I'm hearing, do you understand why he would say that? I thought it was kind of funny and interesting. He was a jokester. Okay, because when I wrote it, I'm like, this is making me laugh. Like, this is kind of a funny thing to say for your first introduction. And then he showed me he was, it's either him or Frosty the Snowman, because he's showing me a couple of different things at once. And I'm not sure if he's talking about himself being round like Frosty the Snowman, or if Frosty the Snowman was important in some way, because he just kept having me draw this and he's like, it's round. And then he had me write Frosty the Snowman. So I'm not sure if he's comparing himself to that or if Frosty is significant. Yes, he was big. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And he also said something about, and I want to just laugh and laugh. I feel very, very, very happy, with his energy. And I want to laugh so hard, like tears. Frosty. Tears are coming to my eyes because he's making me want to laugh so much and filling me with so much happy emotion. And he also talked about his body systems failing, like one thing happened, then another thing happened, then another thing happened. Thank you. Yes, that's definitely him. So do you understand that different things were happening in his body prior to his passing? Okay, he had COVID. Okay. Because I feel like several different things happened inside his body. You may be able to find that out from someone else who may have more information, because that kind of would make sense with COVID, because it does affect all different parts of the body. So interesting that that was what that was. Um, it's so funny that he said he was sweaty. I just can't stop thinking about that. He wants, he seems very serious now. He was asthmatic, so that makes sense. Okay. Okay. He went from showing me his happy, funny personality to being more serious. And give me just a second. He's giving a message and he's printing it in all capital letters. You are okay. Capital letters. You are okay. And he said 3 times, you are okay. He wants you to know you are okay. So I think this is having to do with maybe something you're going through in your life right now, but you are okay. And I've been getting this song in my head a lot during readings, like maybe a dozen times in the past couple months. And it's I think it's Christina Aguilera. It's an older song. I think it's called Beautiful or You Are Beautiful. And it says, you are beautiful in every single way. And Spirit's been telling me to tell people to listen to that song and think about the lyrics and how beautiful you are in every single way. And his message is, you are okay and you are beautiful in every single way. And this is a more serious tone of, okay, not everything's a joke, that there are serious things to consider. And that is his message for you. You are beautiful, you are worthy, you are wonderful, and you are okay. And I will leave you with that. And thank you. What a lovely, lovely spirit to connect with. Thank you so much, Glenda.
I love that, Nicole. That that song is really awesome. So yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder why it comes up in readings a lot, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so if everybody, I know we did this before, let's do it again. Everybody put the first name of the loved one you'd like to connect with in the chat. If you're new and you're just joining, I'm doing spirit guided readings in the chat. I just ask that you put the name of the person you would love to connect with. No other information. Please don't give personal information. No other information except for first name. And then I'll kind of scroll through, and where Spirit has me stop is where I'll go. I just saw the name Tyler. Oh, where'd it go?
Ash Reyes. She's got sunflowers and butterflies.
Oh, okay. So that name Tyler just jumped out at me, and I feel like I'm getting the same kind of personalities, okay? Because this guy was like, I need to say something here. So who was that for? What was the name? Sorry,
Ash
I just saw
Reyes. Ash Reyes.
Ash
Reyes. She's got sunflowers and butterflies in her username.
Ash, just say yes or hi. Just do a little wave so I know that you're still here.
She's there.
Okay. So do you understand this with Tyler? Because he's like, I need to say something, and it's almost like he's pushing his way forward. Like, I need to say something. Okay. Okay. So that's his personality. I feel like I'm getting all these similar personalities. So it's interesting because sometimes this happens, and I'm just going to say it the way he's giving it to me. It's like I'm getting the message for you first, rather than going through who this is and all the evidence. But I just need to give you this message first, and he's very clear to me, saying you need to stop blaming yourself. You didn't do anything wrong. He needs you to know that, and I hope you understand why he'd be coming through and saying, like, this was his choice, this was his responsibility, this is on him, not you. So do you understand why he'd be saying this to you today, Ash? Yes, I do. Okay. Because, I mean, that was like loud and clear the first thing I heard. He's also wanting to say, stop second guessing yourself as a mother. Okay. So you're doing everything right. So I don't know if you understand this to be your husband, but he's just saying, you're doing everything right. Okay. You're doing everything right. Okay. He does want to say he's sorry. You understand? Okay. He also is wanting to say he's sorry. He does make me feel like the last few days before transitioning, there was either a separation or you weren't like on the same page, because he's just showing me like a separation. And he's making me feel like he needs to take responsibility for words and action, his words and actions. Okay. So he's just saying sorry for that. Do you understand why he'd be apologizing to you for that, those few days? He just is like leading me up to his transition, and he's saying, I need to take responsibility and give you an apology. Thank you. Okay. And did you make a necklace or something for him? Because he makes me feel like you wear him or you have him very near all the time. He's with you very near all the time. That's usually my sign for like a necklace or a tattoo, but it's like you wear him or he is on you. Like, do you understand that? And he even wants me to say boys. So if you have kids, it makes me feel like they're boys. So I know I just gave you a lot of information there. So do you understand? I haven't made anything. I wear his clothes, though. Okay, thank you. So he does make me feel that you you have him on you all the time. So that makes sense. And would you understand why he's making me feel like you have girls. Okay, all girls. Interesting. Why he's saying the boys. I'm just asking him why he's showing me boys and talking about boys. So I don't know if this means that his group of friends or something. Do you understand why he'd be talking about the boys? The boys. So that being a group of nephews possibly now. I don't feel like it's nephews. It's just he's talking about the boys. So he does make me feel now when I go back to him, it's like a group of friends. The boys.
Nephews.
Friends. So there's almost like he's giving you not like a warning per se, but he's like, just look out for those people or just look out for those guys. So I hope you understand why he'd be talking about that, because it's almost like this feeling of like he's very protective over you and he doesn't want them like, I'm just going to say it. He's like, I don't want them creeping in on you. So I hope you understand why he'd be saying that. But listen, he is very blunt in the fact that you need to know that there was nothing you could have done. This was his responsibility. And to please let this go. You understand? Okay, thank you, Ash. Please let this feeling go of there was something you could have done differently, because it's not your fault. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you with all of his love. Ash, so strong coming through with that message first. So I know it's not easy, right? It's not easy to let some of those things go, but maybe his message and will help you to do so. So thank you so much for letting me work with you, Ash.
Beautiful message. Beautiful. Is April James still here? Oh, yeah, there you are. You popped right up with Jordan. That's who I wanted to ask about. First, I know male Jordans and I know female Jordans. I just want to make sure I'm with the right one here. Is Jordan is male? Yes or no? I have a daughter-in-law named Jordan, so I just want to make sure. Okay. All right, good. So just want to make sure this is male because I'm feeling male. Jordan is talking about partying. And so I don't know if Jordan partied too much or if there was a recent party, but I'm hearing partying. Let me know if you understand that for Jordan. Okay. Was there a recent, some type of celebration in your family or friend group? Yeah, well, yeah, a birthday party. That would be, yeah, a celebration. Yeah. Okay. I'm guessing that's a yes, the birthday party. Okay. So, I'm seeing, yes. Okay. Thank you. I'm seeing someone, a little emaciated and sickly. So this could be, um, I'm getting two different things. Getting an emaciated person, and I'm also getting someone who passed unexpectedly. And I am not sure if I'm with two people for you. So could you, I don't even want to ask, but I don't know if he was sick before and then passed suddenly or something, but I'm seeing two things. Just try to clarify that for me before I go on with, so I make sure I'm with the right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. He, just give me a second to clarify this. He said he doesn't want to talk about that, how he passed. So whatever happened to him, he just keeps saying he doesn't want to talk about it. Do you understand why he would say he doesn't want to talk about it? I don't know if he was in the wrong place, wrong time. I don't know. He's giving me like, he's a little erratic, actually. Okay. All right. I think maybe I have two people trying to come in at once, because he's saying, earlier he said he was poisoned, and I think that's a bit of a stretch. And I don't know that would be accurate. So maybe the lady that was talking about the trickster earlier, maybe I've got somebody invading my reading. And I don't want to force a reading if I'm not getting accurate information. I don't know if you're still here, April. But now he's showing me a witch's hat. He's having me draw a witch's hat. So I don't know if someone is going to be wearing a witch's hat for Halloween coming up, or I don't know if she's still here. Okay. None of my comments have loaded. Are you getting comments, Kathy?
The last thing I see is April saying no. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know what happened. My sister is for Halloween. Okay. So now he's starting to come more clear. Okay. Do you understand why he would talk about being poisoned? Something got, like, that could mean something got in his body that wasn't supposed to be when he passed suddenly. Okay, thank you. Yes, it's possible. Okay. Um, he he seems very, he's not giving a lot of fast information. He seems very closed off. and I'm not sure if this was how he was in life, but he's just giving me a blip, a blip, a blip. Um, and now he's talking about something falling over, like, I don't know, something, a trinket, something on the shelf, something on the table or counter or something. He's like, he made something fall over. So he's there. Like, you're just sitting in a room and some object fell over and you noticed it. And if that hasn't happened yet, look out for it to happen in the next few days. Do you understand why he's showing me like something fell over? That I do feel like we get a lot of things moved. Okay, thank you. So know that spirit moves their energy through objects, and it's easy to do it with electricity and small objects to knock them over or move them from one place to another. And that's them saying, hey, I'm here, pay attention, just know that I'm here and I'm around you and I'm with you. So I hope his quiet personality, I don't know if that's just how he is in spirit or just he doesn't want to talk a lot today. But the witch's head is a good, little like, hi, I see what you're planning. I see what your sister's planning. And the little things moving around, that is him saying, letting you know he's here. He's around. He's watching over the family, the friend group, and he seems very kind and mellow. And just know that he is safe and he is at peace and always with you. And thank you for allowing me to connect with Jordan.
So Nicole, we never really discussed how long you want to go. I'm okay to do another one. Are you okay to do another one?
I actually have to wrap it up because I have to go with my husband somewhere in about 5 to 10 minutes. So, but
yeah, we never talked about that. So I just,
yeah. I figured an hour and 15, something like that. So I put our websites in the chat a few minutes ago. peacefulnikthemedium.com, NIK, it's in my bio. Kathi is KATHIBEHRENS, right? .com. And we both do one-on-one readings. You can book on our websites. I have gift cards. The holidays are coming up in different increments. I have a coupon code right now. Any reading booked before the end of September for any time in the future, 50% off. It's capital fall, FALL 50, fall 50 for 50% off. I have a beginner's class starting in November. We will be live on Facebook October 21st with Kathi, myself, and Wendy D'Angelo. And November 4th, we're doing a Zoom 3 mediums, 2 guaranteed readings, 1 great price, $50. You can book on either of our websites. There's only a few spaces left. And that is from 2 to 4 p.m. 2 10-minute readings guaranteed on November 4th. And go watch my YouTube channel, go subscribe over there because I'm trying to build that platform. Anything from you, Kathi?
I just, real quick, somebody asked me last time if you were going to make this available live or a recording. So are you going to post this on your YouTube page?
Yes, the one from last week will post Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, and this one will post the next Saturday.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, guys. I just want to say thank you. And actually, I think I'm just going to hop over and go on Facebook Live, see what's up.
Okay. I need to get back over on Facebook Live. I've got to get it together. I got to do more YouTube Lives, Facebook Lives. I got to do them all.
Well, my husband's out of town, so I have a little extra time today. So I think I'm going to pop over there. So if anybody's still here and you want to come over, I'm just going to pop on there and maybe do a couple more readings.
All right, Karina wants to know, when writing a first name, is it okay if it's an animal name? Yes, and Kathy's your lady for that. She's Messages from Spirit on Facebook.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, Kathy. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody. Thank you so much. This will post Saturday after next on YouTube if you want to watch a reading. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank
I wish I
you.
could
Bye.
see you.
I
I
know.
mean, I wish you could see me. I can see you. All
See,
right.
see you later.
Bye.
Bye.